seems that every year I go through a phase in which I just want to change something about my life drastically. And well, this year is no different. Life has been really weird lately, so a while ago I decided to rent a tiny home in the mountains alone to try and figure my life out. Well, almost alone. Leaves number 3 is here with me. And you're probably wondering, Aiden, what happened to leaves number 1 and 2? Listen, I don't like to talk about it, but I'll give you guys a quick rundown. Back in 2018, the original leaves came with me on a road trip with a bunch of strangers for a month, and ended up getting burnt to a crisp in Death Valley when I accidentally left him in my car. I still fucking hate you, Death Valley. So we built a cardboard boat, set it on fire, and gave him a classic Viking funeral. Rest in peace, Leaves number 1. You were great. And Leaves number 2, well, I accidentally ran him over in my car. Where do I start? So I guess I've been debating quitting YouTube for a while, as of recently. And I think it all started after my road trip. I realized how burnt out I became after the road trip. Don't get me wrong, the road trip was amazing. But it was also extremely chaotic. I just feel like I personally didn't care for myself enough. I was ungodly unhealthy, mentally and physically, towards the end of my road trip. Gone through getting cheated on and dealt with a lot of stuff, which sent me into this fucking burnout spiral, I guess. And it was pretty hard for a while to deal with. I didn't want to create, and I was growing a lot of resentment towards social media in general. Thank you, Leaves. You always know the right thing to say.
I mean, on top of that, I feel like I put so much pressure on myself to create the next big thing, which is so unhealthy to constantly be trying to create the next best thing, because it's a hard thing to keep one-upping yourself. And that pressure that I put on myself is doing the opposite effect and making it way harder for me to create. Or then you reach a mental block. It's kind of like that, where it's just I'm putting so much pressure and I'm trying so hard that I almost give myself a mental block. Whereas in the past, it was always kind of easy, and I kind of just went with whatever I wanted to do.
I think I need to look back at why I started to create videos in the first place. When I first started creating, I was really just recording memories and moments with my friends. There wasn't any pressure. I would come up with some dumb ideas, and me and my friends would just go out and thoroughly enjoy those moments. Maybe it's a nostalgia in me, but it just hasn't felt the same as of recently. And I guess that's because, I don't know, YouTube became my job. And as of recently, I guess creating has just felt more like a chore than enjoyment. And I think that's when I knew I needed to take a break.
And obviously, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, because doing this has, been a dream. All the experiences and everything that has come with doing YouTube and social media has been amazing. I've met so many amazing people. But that still doesn't take away from the fact that social media is kind of toxic. Another aspect of things is just mixing vlogging with your real life. It's hard because it's your real life. And sometimes those lines between vlogging and real life get blurred, and it's am I doing this because I want to, or am I doing this because, I know it's gonna do well? I mean, on top of all that, it's just having your life perceived all the time is a little annoying to have people like, you know, question your person, and dealing with that can be a little frustrating and stressful, because obviously everyone wants to be perceived well. But I don't know. It really made me question if social media is something I want to keep doing in the future. Definitely don't regret it. Don't regret it at all. But it's just like, do I want to keep doing this, or do I want to do something else? Oh, go on, Leaves actually killing it. He's insane. I just feel like the algorithms and how they work is just really annoying. Because whenever I talk to any YouTuber, it's always thumbnails, algorithm, like how to grow, all this stuff that I just find really annoying and boring when I just want to create cool shit. But then if like something doesn't do well, it does kind of sting a little bit. And mentally it's just sometimes a little hard to deal with. It's something that I think every creator probably feels, that stress to, you know, make something that's gonna do well in the algorithm. I hate clickbaiting. I hate trying to figure out that stuff. I just want to create cool shit, but that's also part of it. You know, it's part of the job, I guess. But it does make it a lot less fun. And I think there's a certain threshold that's like hit me, you know, at this age where it's like, do I want to keep doing this? Because if I am unhappy doing something, why would I keep doing it? Yes, it's nice for a lot of people to like stuff. Feels really good. But I think at this point in my life, like, I have begun to care so much less. I know my dream of being a YouTuber has been there since I've been like 14, but do I have the same dreams that I did when I was 14, or what? It's 11 years that I've, you know, been making YouTube videos, and it's always been my focus. But do I want to continue for that to be my focus? I don't know, man. I'm growing up. I'm growing older. It's like, do I want to keep doing this? That's the question. I don't know. It's a hard question to answer. Also, Uno, by the way. I mean, all I want in life is to become the best version of Aiden I can. And if I can't do that, you know, while doing this, then what's the point? So I don't know. I think the change is I think I've come to terms with the fact that you know, if this fails, I'm okay with that, and I think I'll always figure out something. And that's another win for me. You guys kind of suck at this game.
I know I've posted multiple videos this year, but I actually haven't picked up my camera since around New Year's. I lost all motivation after New Year's, feeling so alone because I didn't think I could really talk about this with anyone. I mean, I was living a dream so many people would kill to be in, but I couldn't just put on a face and tell you guys everything was fine when I felt like I was losing all sense of myself. It was just too much pressure I was putting on myself, and I broke. And when you go through these depressive stages, it seems to me that at least I always end up burying myself deeper, self-isolating and sulking alone in this sadness. But I eventually realized that I needed to make a change before things got worse.
Thank you everyone for coming to my show. Hope you guys had a good time.
So I made a change. I completely got off social media for a couple weeks. I started working out every day, and I picked up a new hobby, which is learning guitar. And seeing progress every day makes me so fucking happy that I jump out of bed most mornings just so I could sit there and mess around on my guitar for hours. Obviously, this change wasn't immediate, but I proved to myself that I could do it. Now the next step is to get Fun Aiden back. I'm tired of taking this shit so serious. I want to get back to enjoying the process of just creating cool shit. This life thing is weird and stressful, and the pressure of normal everyday life is already a lot, so why am I putting so much fucking pressure on myself? If it's the fear of failure and regret, the best thing I could do is just try my best. So with that being said, I have no idea if I'm going to quit or not. So I guess that's how you make and fly stunt kites. That's a really good book. Anyways, I think my theory is that by taking that pressure off myself, that my love and feeling of creativity will kind of come back to me, and I will create more. But I also don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't know what else the future holds, but I'll figure it out. But no matter what happens, I just want to be the best person I can be. So, yeah. Anyways, it's past your bedtime. I think we should try to get some sleep. Good night, Leaves. I love you. Every year I decide to change my life drastically, but I guess I realize that this year is in fact different because I'm changing myself instead of just changing my surroundings. This is a brand new chapter of my life, a chapter that represents changing myself, and well, Aiden number 1 didn't burn to a crisp in Death Valley, but he did decide to finally take the steps to become a new, improved version of himself. So I guess I'm Aiden number 2 now? Is this really what I wrote down in my script? It sounds a lot more stupid when I say it out loud. Whatever. Cheers to a new chapter, my friends.
Sweetheart. Okay, remember what I showed you how to start?
What the fuck? Bro. Dude, it's a different person. It actually doesn't look as bad as I thought.
No, dude, yeah, you can pull it off, bro.
My head is a decent circle. Or whatever it is. God, thank you, man.
Thank you for cleaning it up.
Thank you, guys. It's fucking crazy. I don't even know how to react. It feels so like a different person. I'm like so out of it.
I want to quickly thank today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity. Personally, I've been taking guitar classes daily and really trying my hardest to become possibly the best guitarist ever. The Skillshare comes with a plethora of ad-free online classes like photography, videography, writing, really anything in the creative community you could find on here. On top of all that, they also have a lot of self-help classes that I've been thoroughly enjoying lately. If you're interested in leveling up your skills, then Skillshare is for you. The first 1,000 people to sign up using my link in the description get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, so check it out. And thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video.